Hey, Aquarius, Mel, Intuitive Soul Coach here. Excited to bring in your January 2025 career and money reading. Welcome back if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome Aquarius. I am getting a message here about, getting out of your own way. There's magic, there's opportunities that are opening up for you. And I feel like you are being guided to jump in head first. So what that tells me is this is logically, thinking things through. You're very brilliant. You have the mind that is capable of expansion, of growth. And instead of jumping in to something and doing a belly flop, right? I feel like this is more of a swan dive where you are going in head first because you've been thinking about how to partner up or thinking about how to make something more abundant in your career, in your business, in your money. And you're starting off here with the sun. I think you're one of the first signs here that has received the sun for the month of January. And so I definitely feel like you are, again, getting out of your own way and letting the magic come in. You have the sun and the star. Beautiful energy, two major arcanas. This is a big time for you. This is Aquarian season rolling into January. So happy birthday to those of you sun sign Aquarians out there. I love Aquarian energy personally. I'm an Aquarius moon, but I definitely see that you are quite excited. There could even be financial relief coming in for you. It feels like there's a sense of job security, and there's also an opportunity for you to continue growing. I mean, wow. You have the 10 of Cups, you have the Ace of Wands, you have the Star, you have the Sun. What's coming in above you? The 9 of Pentacles, one of my favorite minor arcanas. There's a partnership coming in here for you. Excuse me. There's some sort of windfall. You are manifesting a strong and successful partnership. This could even be with a client, with, an organization, a business, because you even have the 2 of Cups as I was looking at the partnership card showing up here for you. So considering having a partner who can bring the experiences that you lack, that's that balancing up energy. Some of your relationships that you have been in the past may not have been as peaceful, okay? They may not have been helpful, or just it feels like you've outgrown certain partnerships or certain situations, but I feel like you are ready to move on, right? You're ready to move on to bigger and better. And I feel like there's a learning curve here as well. Even though you have learned a lot, I really feel like you're reevaluating and taking a look at everything you've accumulated and how you can branch off. So let's dive in here. Your first card out, Aquarius, is the Rose. You're going to be really happy around some sort of abundance coming in. This is financial relief. You are content at this point, but you're thinking about expanding. How can I expand? Who can I work with that, can help me grow, but I can help them as well. So it feels like there's a lot of reciprocity coming in for you, a lot of support, and again, security. I see some of you are studying at this time. You could be learning some new skills, going back and getting maybe a bachelor's degree or a master's, or maybe even some sort of certification. You may also be in a position where you're taking care of people in some way. You are a support system or a support network to many. I feel like you're very inspirational here, and you're someone who helps others get through the thorny situations of life. Because I see the rose showing up, but it's the full-on rose. You don't often see the thorns. You also may be someone who doesn't show your weaknesses very easy. You may be someone who Even though there are thorns in your side, right? We all go through some thorns sometimes in life. I feel like you try to focus on the sweet success. You try to keep your mind abundant here. And because you are in that abundant mindset in the month of January, there is something manifesting or unfolding here for you. And it looks to be a partnership of some sort. You are manifesting that strong and successful partnership, which I also see in the Two of Cups in your near future. And I feel also if there is anyone in your career sector that's been taking advantage of you, Aquarius, or anyone that has been holding you back from success, you're separating from that energy in order to move forward and connect with the right people, the right, alignment. So you're really realigning your vibration this month in order to be all that you can be, in order to really blossom in your career sector. Now, in the near future, you have the student energy. Work with a mentor to learn new skills or to teach you how to implement your plans. Some of you could be in school to pursue higher education. You may work for a school district. Some of you could be teachers or spiritual teachers in a sense, where you're helping others. And that's what I was picking up on is you help people. You inspire people, but you also want to be the best that you can be in your line of work. So I feel like this learning is always something you are striving for. Your mind is like a sponge. And so you could be diving headfirst into some sort of, learning a new skill, an opportunity for you to grow. Teach yourself to succeed with money or get a financial advisor to teach you. And I am getting here somebody that I love to follow on YouTube. Mark Kohler is his name, and he has such a great podcast regarding money for entrepreneurs and taxes, and he's just a really wonderful accountant and financial advisor. So for some of you, perhaps that name is familiar, or the name Mark or Kohler could mean something, but also I feel like you are diving into finances here, maybe looking at your taxes or looking at new goals that you want to hit, like quarterly goals. You may even be talking to a financial advisor and forming some new partnerships here. I'm also seeing some of you taking your business to a new level. So perhaps you're moving from sole proprietorship to maybe an LLC, or taking your, LLC to an S Corp. I feel like you're learning about the ins and outs. And if this is a corporate job, I see that there could even be a new role that's opening up, or a role that is created just for you. And it is going to require you to, integrate some new systems here for you to be like the first one. It feels like you're the trailblazer, and you're paving the way in a sense for the future generation to kind of follow in the footsteps here. So I love what I see, Aquarius. Now, bottom of the deck, you have the Peacemaker. You are being called to apply diplomacy and tact to any situations that have been difficult. Consider politics, negotiations, unions, contracts, or any other peacemaking careers. I feel like this has to do with like in office, either politics or governing influences. It may be that there is some sort of authority that you have to abide by. Maybe it's some rules or some regulations or some policies or procedures. I feel like you're looking at all of these things. There could be some legal contracts or some paperwork that you are filling out. But again, I feel like it's part of the process, but it's something that it's kind of tedious at times. It's kind of hectic. Now it says approach situations with a win-win attitude. Absolutely. And that's what you're doing. I feel like your mindset is a winning mindset. That's what you have in your head at this time. You have that mindset of a winner. And I feel like you're visualizing success, which is beautiful. So that could be, jumping in head first is the crown chakra, the third eye, which is visualization and trusting in a higher power, trusting that things are working out in your highest good, and whatever is showing up, you are going to embrace But I also feel like you are determined to again, be all that you can be. I feel like that's coming in strong. Now, starting off, you have the sun. This is beautiful. So Aquarian season is starting off really good for you with the duck. It says triumphant bliss, hard work creates good luck. And you see that the duck has just broke out of its egg, broken out of its shell. So there could be some celebrations here. The sun is about confidence and playfulness. It's healthy ego. And sometimes we see all different types of ego, right? Part of the human experience, we see altered ego, we see wounded ego, inflated ego, but we can have a good, healthy ego. And yes, other people may think that that is overzealous or overconfident, but I feel like you know who you are. You know that you are skilled. You know that you are talented, and you're not going to settle for less than you deserve. So let people call that whatever they want. You're attracting abundance. And I feel that's going to cause some rifts in partnerships, such as jealousy or such as, a disconnect, because other people want sometimes what you have. And I just see that there is a bright beginning coming in, or a bright opportunity for you to shine your light bright, Aquarius, and this is time to do so. Don't let anyone come in and steal your thunder, okay? Don't let anyone come in and steal your sunshine. Now you have the star crossing your path. This is healing and it's hope. It's gifts from the Great Spirit. And it is crossing the sun here, which is interesting because that star is the sun, and this is about a brighter future ahead. This is about, inspiration. And the star is actually Aquarian energy here. So I feel like there's a wish that is showing up here. This is a wish that will be granted, but you may have a hard time stepping into it or believing in it, even though it's all here, right? It's all showing up in front of you. There's the sense of confidence that I want you to really start to embrace, because you are skilled, you are talented, you are worthy. I feel like you're highly creative, and you have the ability to manifest a lot of abundance here in your life. So trust in the great gifts. You have some spiritual gifts here as well, and some of you may doubt that, or you try to rationalize it and make sense out of it. But some things you're just meant to trust, instead of always applying a little bit of a skeptic approach to it. I feel like this is saying, wait a second, this is destiny. This is part of who I am. This is where I'm meant to be going. You can trust that there's something aligning quite beautifully here for you. So can you be more hopeful for the future? Because this is a brighter future ahead. And quite literally with the sun. So bottom here, this is your past, your deep past, but it's also the part that you can default back on at times. And this is the Ace of Wands, inspiration. We have the words bright future showing up again. So it is showing up a couple of different times. Bright future, triumphant bliss, gifts from the Great Spirit. So this may be something that you've always known deep within you. You've known that you will be successful, and perhaps the first half of your life you went through some financial struggles or ups and downs, right? Really to learn who you are, learn how to work through some of the traumas or challenges or stressors. And not that you're never going to have any of those again, Aquarius, but I feel like you've had plenty of false starts, or you've had plenty of days or weeks or even years where you've struggled to tap into that creative potential, or you may have even lacked a little bit of momentum, may have procrastinated or stuck something on the back burner. This is one of those years where there's a window of opportunity here for you. And I feel like there is a bright future, and you could be remembering something that, was a false start, or something that you were forced to put on pause, or maybe you procrastinated. I just see that you're really shining your light onto something that means a lot to you. And I see it has the potential to grow into something quite abundant if it hasn't already. Now, in the recent past, you do have the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is about reflecting on, your emotional fulfillment and spiritual alignment, your happiness. This is the ultimate blessing. And when this shows up, this is lasting. We just talked about that, lasting happiness and success. So in the recent past, I feel like there's been some divine blessings, maybe a new job offer, perhaps a windfall of money. This can be emotional support from family members or from a spouse. It feels like you also are doing what you love. Okay, you are doing what you love. And if you're not, that's about to change, because this is aligned with that rose. Financial relief, being content, loving care. The rose is what the 10 of Cups represents. There's job security here. You are in a position or putting yourself in a position where there is job security. And this could be a month where you are getting recognized for your hard work. I feel like you also may be partnering up with someone who, you could be training, you could be teaching, or vice versa, of course. But I feel like you are great at what you do, because I do see that you're showing up as the King of Wands. Okay, showing up as the King of Wands, and I actually see the Queen of Wands in your environment. So there could be, again, a perfect divine partnership. You have it 3 times now coming in. Now, what's above you? The 9 of Pentacles. This is heaven on earth, independence, expansive thinking. That is what you stand for. When that peacocks its wings or its, feathers out there, it's big, it's bright, it's bold. And the fact that this peacock is the white one, this tells me that there's a fresh start, something that's unscathed or untethered, or it feels like it's clean, it's healthy. Okay, with that energy of the white coming in, but it's also about purity. And I feel like you, again, could be made for something, made for a role that gets suited to your needs. This could be a creative, authentic idea that you have, that you put out there. So you may want to trademark, you may want to patent an idea here. I feel like you have something unique. This isn't just your everyday peacock, although they are absolutely beautiful as well. This is a rare peacock. So it feels like there's a rare opportunity coming in for you. So independence, right? You may be, an independent thinker. This could also be you creating something on your own, but it benefits everybody around you. And I feel like you're going big with this. This is meant for you to kind of fan it out there, just like the peacock fans out its wingspan. And I feel like you're holding it in for now. Okay, you're holding it in for now, maybe the beginning of January, but come Aquarian season, the end of the month into mid to end of February, I feel like that is expansion. That's when this 9 of Pentacles is going to show up. And this is you creating a life that you love, a life that you are proud of. So cut yourself some slack if you have been hard on yourself, or you feel like things have been, procrastinating, or if it's been a little bit slow, because I feel like you're exactly where you are meant to be. Now, near future, you have the partnership coming in. So I'm going to go back to this partnership card, and I see you showing up as the King of Wands. Even if you're female, it doesn't matter. It's the masculine energy of taking action. And it feels to me like you are the partner that is, asking for something, or you are going to someone else. And it looks like you are going to this Queen of Wands, female or male. It's just the receiving end of it. It's like you want someone's determination, someone's input, energy here. You want to work with them because you know that by working with them, they have some parts that you don't. Just like it says here, consider having a partner who can bring the experiences that you lack. Now, this is a power couple. When the King and the Queen of Wands come together, I mean, it's 2 different cats, right? You have the Black Panther and the tiger, but they're in the same species, right? They're both felines. And I feel like you both have amazing, incredible talents, 100%. But when you bring them together, instead of being, enemies, I feel like you can use those talents to create something wonderful. Because you have the loyalty here, you have the honor, you are ferocious, and the partnership that you are calling in or attracting is determined, it's intense, it's altruism. So I feel like this could even be working with maybe a family member here with the 10 of Cups. Some of you may be partnering up with a spouse or with a sibling or with a best friend. It could be someone in your soul tribe, maybe even a boss that you absolutely love, or a coworker. It just feels like you know this person already, or they're already in your soul tribe. Maybe you've been working with them and you have some celebrations coming in. Okay, I feel like you both are on the same team here. And for those of you that were working, like I said, with anyone that was hindering your success, I feel like they will be kind of removed out of the picture in order for you to connect with a similar tribe, someone who carries the same vibration that you do. So really realigning and asking yourself, what's the best case scenario here? What's for the highest good of everyone? Now, in your hopes and fears position, you have the 6 of Swords, a new journey ahead, the stork. Communication. We have a new maybe home. Some of you could be traveling or relocating. This is also about stability, better times ahead. Now, not only did we see that showing up, a bright future, we see that with the sun, and now we see it in the hopes and fears. So everything in your reading, Aquarius, is pointing to, better times, more abundance, or, happier future. But I feel it's because you're really getting in touch with that true self and you're having fun with it. You're having fun. And that's important when I see the sun, because the sun is not just healthy confidence, healthy ego. It's playfulness, it's warmth, it's success. It is Leo's energy of, what makes me happy? I'm going to go for that, because if it brings you joy, I feel like the rest is going to follow. And you've gone through something maybe a little bit difficult, because before the 6 comes that 5. And maybe there was a bit of manipulation. Perhaps you dealt with a partnership, or you dealt with someone in your tribe that maybe took advantage of you. But I feel like you're moving towards something a lot more stable, and it feels better. And some of you are saying, well, Mel, I had that feeling with the old person, the old partnership, the old job. Like I felt like it was a good match, and then I got into it and everything kind of just spun out. Trust that even if situations land you in muck from time to time, because they will, trust that that opportunity was meant to help you grow and evolve. It does not mean that you didn't listen to your intuition. It does not mean that you took a wrong turn and you weren't where you were supposed to be, right? I feel we come up to those points, those crossroads in our lives that really cause us to reflect. Is this truly what I want? Is this an opportunity for growth? Am I running from something here? Is there something else that I need to know at this time? And I feel like that's the reflection that you've done, and that's what you're doing now, because your outcome is the 7 of Pentacles. It's the rabbit here. And the 7 of Pentacles is reaping what is sown. It's constancy, but it's also perspective. So a lot of times in the traditional tarot, you'll see the farmer out in the fields who's just planted, a whole field full of seeds, and he kind of has to wait. He's reevaluating, he's proud of all the work that he's done, but he has to trust in the process, trust that the sun, which is showing up, trust that sun is going to shine down, and that water and that rain is going to come to kind of help him. So there's resources here. And I see in your energy, the resources here is partnership. It could be some sort of financial relief. This could even be connecting with a bank or some sort of establishment that can give you the financial means to achieve a dream that you want. Even though this is a career, it's also a money reading. So for some of you, perhaps you are getting the money from a banking institution to buy a home, or to make a move, buy a business, or maybe you're selling. So I feel when it comes to finances, trust that you are not moving impulsively because you are jumping into something here, but you're using your logical mind. And I feel like you're also seeing things from different perspectives and asking, what else could this mean? Now, the Seven of Pence is waiting for something to grow, but I feel like you are close to harvest. Again, I'm getting end of January into mid to end of February. It could be, I'm getting the 17th could be a big time. So maybe this is the 17th here of either January or even February could be a big time. 17 could be a lucky number. I mean, even though this is a 7. Now 17 breaks down to 8. That's the strength card. So having the strength, the courage, the determination to face something and know that whatever choices that you are making, or maybe choices externally that are coming in, that they are solid, that you can trust this experience, you can trust this path or this direction, because I don't feel like you're going to default back into what's happened in the past. If there was a partnership that kind of fell flat, or if there was something that turned out in a way that you didn't see coming, I don't feel like that's going to be the same path that you head towards, because we have the 9 of Pentacles above you. So you're getting there. 2 years could be significant. Okay. We see the 7 of Pentacles as your outcome. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Sometimes Pentacles means years. So I feel like there's like a 2-year time frame, or maybe you've been in a situation for 2 years. It could be 2 years of solid growth before someone retires, or before someone really launches off and becomes that huge financial success. I mean, whatever this is for you, I feel like you've been building up the momentum, and it actually could happen before that time frame, but I see perspective is required and needed. Maintaining that abundant mindset is going to be everything here for you, because there's a lot of expansion coming in, Aquarius, and that's what you stand for. All right, let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. I would say this is one of the best readings that I've had for you in quite some time. It really stands out. And look at, you have new life that wanted to peek out. And then you also have, so you have a bonus card, bonus birthday. Look at this. You have a blessed. You have the blessed card with new life. These are two of the most beautiful energies in the deck. I am going to read both of them for you. You have 22, and that wasn't flipped over right away. The new life was. So there could be an unexpected blessing that shows up for you around your season. All right, card 22. 22 could be a significant number. We have 39. Some of you may be 39 years old, but this is about something wonderful, unexpected, like I said, or an unforeseen gift from spirit. Unexpected windfalls and good fortune come your way now. You're in a phase where any difficulties or obstacles that have stymied your success seem to disappear on their own. Be ready to receive. The windows of opportunity will open wide. Accept the blessings given to you now, and don't forget to share them. Beautiful. I love that for you. So, and then we have 39, new life. This is about a birth of a new idea. I also get, for some of you, if this isn't an actual physical partnership, which, I mean, we're getting a lot of signs that it is. So for a lot of you, it will be, but it can also be a partnership with your divine masculine and your divine feminine, bringing those energies together to create a sense of wholeness. Because when you feel whole, when you feel stable, you're unstoppable. And I do see that there's a breath of fresh air. This is life renewing itself here. The prosperity message, Aquarius, is this. You have every reason to be optimistic right now, as things seem to fall into place magically. New opportunities remind you that abundance is available to you. Delight in the bounty that begins to appear in surprising forms. Stay curious and know that your hopes and dreams are being fulfilled. That's your star card. And remember, it's crossing the sun. So it says here, It could be an unexpected surprise, but it says, know that your hopes and dreams are being fulfilled. It literally says hopes on that card, and this is about dreams. So it's crossing you for a reason. Trust that this is showing up for you. It says, it's as if new life suddenly infuses your projects, work, and creative ideas with a kind of electricity that crackles with exciting potential. Fortune is smiling on you. The fact that we just received 2 of the best cards and we have the Sun and the 10 of Cups in your reading, I mean, this isn't a coincidence. Trust that this isn't too good to be true. Some of you are maybe thinking, do I need to pinch myself? Is this really happening for me? So there's a huge glow up for you in the month of January. There's a lot of maybe attention. And for those of you that may shy away from attention, I mean, it can feel like a lot, but I see that there are some blessings coming in, and it's gonna change your perspective on life, and it's gonna, like it says, fuel you with new ideas and new opportunities. So this is a beautiful confirmation of your overall reading. All right, let's get some messages here from your spirit animal guides. And at this time, Aquarius, if you can safely do so, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Hold it as long as you can. And release through the mouth with a nice big sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps your animals are wild, magical, mystical, or even majestic. This could be a pet that you have currently at your home or by your side. This could be a loved pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge. Or maybe even a creature that's crossed your path recently in the great outdoors or visited through your dreams. There is no right or wrong answer, Aquarius. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section below the video and make sure to hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification on the first of the month. All right, what do we have here? Oh, we have one of my personal favorites. I actually own one of these creatures. We have the tortoise. We have the tortoise here for you, Aquarius. Home is where the heart is, meaning that no matter wherever you go, wherever you travel, you know, home is where the heart is. Now, some of you could be coming back home in a sense, whatever that may mean for you. Coming back home to a childhood dream. Maybe this is coming back to a place that you grew up. It could be that you are traveling, but it feels very in alignment to a place that I'm getting some of you past life. So some of you have deja vu. You've been there before. So you could be relocating or moving as well, or taking your home with you in some way. So tortoise, home is where the heart is. You have croc, skink, and mantis. Oh, that's interesting. We have misdirection, boundaries, and vocalization. Croc, skink, and mantis. Say that 5 times real quick. So this is about redirecting, right? It's almost like it took me by surprise. So for some of you, there is going to be a redirection. I feel like it's important to vocalize. Someone could vocalize and share it with you, and it may take you by surprise, but I feel like the mantis, is helpful. The mantis is a partnership, is a team. So there's definitely teamwork, another card around partnerships and team. So that's interesting because mostly every single animal I've ever seen in this deck, it's been singular, one animal at a time, but you have two. So if you have been misled, right, misdirected in the past, or by someone currently that you're dealing with, I just feel like there's boundaries and you're vocalizing what you need. And if that connection isn't meant to be long term, if it's not based on the premise of equals, okay, or that peace, if it's not a peaceful negotiation, I feel like you are going to a partnership where it is, okay? So we have here chameleon, camouflage, adaptation, and clairvoyance. So the chameleon can shift its energy depending on where it's at, where it needs to go. And I feel like you are staying adaptable at this time, Aquarius. I feel like you are able to clairvoyantly see things, see beyond. You may even have the gift of clairvoyance really activated for you at this time, because I do see a lot of blessings, a lot of gifts showing up here. But I am getting a message here of, don't allow yourself to sink in, okay, or camouflage your energy in order to like fit in. Okay, because like that white peacock, you're meant to shine. You stand out. You're not like everyone else. You have these gifts and these talents where even though it may feel like you're blending in with everyone else, maybe you're making, a tarot channel on YouTube and you say, there's so many people out there. How can I stand out? So I feel like a lot of you are contemplating on, what you can do to stand out, and coming back home to oneself. That's where that tortoise comes in. And that's where maybe you've been misdirected in the past thinking that, you were camouflaged in some way, but really I feel like you're born to stand out here. And then lastly, we have the cassowary. Okay, I'm not even sure I've heard of that creature. Cassowary, resolute, warrior, spirit, and defense. So you've been on the defense here. And the fact that I've never even heard of this creature, it almost looks a little prehistoric. Looks like something out of Jurassic Park there. Maybe there's something old from the past that you've had to be on defense about. But the resolute tells me there is going to be resolution around a situation that has maybe come up for time and time again, maybe even ancestral. Perhaps this is a pattern that's played out in your career, in your money matters. And I feel like you are that warrior spirit and you're breaking out of that. You don't have to camouflage and keep doing the same thing that's been going on and on and on, maybe for generations, or in this line of work. I feel like, yeah, you're meant to stand out. You're peacocking this month, and this is a really big time for you to do so. Let's get a final message from your soul's truth. What do we have here for Aquarius, please? Wow, this is one of those readings that, you probably want to save and come back to, because there's so much juicy hope and inspiration here. Are you focused on what you want most? Tony Robbins says one reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, right? Blending in, camouflaging, but the true way to mastery is owning your power, owning, you're meant to stand out. Your gifts are unique. You are unique. You have these skills and talents that the world wants to be a part of. That's why you have the 10 of Cups in your recent past. What you focus on grows, Aquarius. Ask yourself, is my life a reflection of my values, or do I need to make adjustments? It's time to prioritize. That's what you're doing in that 7 of Pentacles. You're prioritizing here and you're focusing. You have, what am I most afraid of losing? As we grow, change, and transform our lives, it requires us to let go of something that was. Maybe it's that prehistoric dinosaur that we're seeing here. to make room for what will be. If you were to take the big leap today, there's that head first, would you feel scared of losing love, safety, or belonging? What if it was a big fat lie? What if it was impossible to lose any of those things because you have the power to give everything you need to yourself? Today's soul action, Aquarius, name that fear and look at the worst case scenario. Find a solution. Take your power back by being certain of who you are and where you are going. Today's mantra, I move forward knowing I am powerful beyond measure. I am loved, I am safe, and I belong. Write that down. Write that mantra down. I am loved, I am safe, and I belong. I move forward knowing that I am powerful beyond measure. I mean, look at these two creatures, the Black Panther or the tiger. I mean, who are you in this scenario? You can pick either one. Doesn't matter to me. This is a divine partnership. This could be a divine aspect of yourself. Both of these creatures carry this innate wisdom and power and intelligence. And I definitely feel like you have everything you need. And what's interesting as well is look at both of these felines. They're both in that position of getting ready to pounce. You know, it feels like they're slowly but surely getting ready to focus their intent on what it is that they're about to go after. So I definitely see you are about to go head first into something, and that's what you see first. You see their head, and I feel like you're not going to belly flop. Don't let that fear tell you that you're going to land on your belly and it's going to be a hard hit and it's not going to be fun, because I feel like you are dedicated, you are focused, you have the brains, you have the wit, you have the intellect to move forward and manifest the abundance that you seek. So trust in your skills, trust in the process, and trust that you have everything you need already within you. Thank you so much for tuning in, Aquarius. If you like the messages, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And don't forget to drop your power animals in the comment section below. Lots of love.